Y'all, this was one of the most saddest Teddy Pendergrass songs to me. The lyrics are just like, there's a part in here that says, you look like you're just bored to death and you want to get away. You want to get away from the noisy crowd. Let's go where it's nice and quiet. It just seems just so sad. Y'all heard the sound? Listen to that. I might have turned it off because it's so sad. But yeah, what y'all up to? Welcome back. We're already back from the weekend. It went that fast, y'all. It went that fast. What did I do this weekend? I went bowling, cleaned my house, played some video games, hung out with the hubs. Yeah, it was a pretty chill weekend, like I like it. Let's get into this football. The Jaguars beat the Saints 31-24. The Falcons beat the Buccaneers 16-13. The Bears beat the Raiders 30-12. The Browns beat the Colts 39-38. The Giants beat the Commanders 14-7. The Ravens beat the Lions 38-6. The Patriots beat the Bills 29-25. The Seahawks beat the Cardinals 20-10. The Steelers beat the Rams 24-17. The Chiefs beat the Chargers 31-17. The Broncos got another win. Go Russell Wilson 19-17. The Eagles beat the Dolphins 31-17. And the 49ers are playing the Vikings tomorrow. And I'm probably going to lose again this week. But what's new? My fantasy football life has been trash this season. Straight trizash, man. So one of the most toxic couples in hip-hop, or whatever you want to call it, Blueface and Krishan, and Blueface's baby mama, he's proposed to his baby mama. So, yeah. I don't know if that's good news or not. Maybe that'll finally get the hold of that girl Krishan off of him. Let's see what else we got going on here in the news. I looked at the news a lot this weekend. It's been pretty quiet. In Real Housewife news, on the Ultimate Girls Trip, the Butlers are filing a lawsuit against Phaedra Parks and Brandy Glanville over sexual abuse. They were drinking and filling them up. You know, them shows be doing that. It ain't the same era of stuff that it used to be. So yeah. There's a European airline who's testing out an adult-only zones on aircrafts. Interesting. But you know what the problem with that is? Sometimes it don't even be the kids that's the problem. It be the adults. For sure. For sure. Let's see what else we got going on here, y'all. Kanye West is not running for president in 2024. Georgia pharmacies are becoming the first among the states to sell marijuana. So there's that. Y'all gonna get y'all some pharmacy grade marijuana. Y'all keep smoking it, and the government got that all the way doctored up. Amazon is testing drones for prescription drug deliveries to your doorsteps. When you just like to see a drone flying in your drugs right to you. I wonder how many people will be shooting down those drones. Still more fighting over in Israel. Israel strikes Gaza, Lebanon overnight. Let's see what else we got. The giant chicken frog faces extinction due to deadly amphibian fungus. Sad. I personally don't ever want to see a chicken frog. So this lady returns home from vacation and finds her home demolished by mistake. The bad news is all her stuff is in there. The good news is she's gonna have a nice lawsuit. This happened in Georgia. She says she's furious. I keep waking up thinking this is all a joke. I'm just in shock. She received a call from a neighbor while she was away asking whether she hired someone to demolish her home. It's been boarded up about 15 years and we keep it boarded, covered. Oh, well, she wouldn't live in there anyway. So, either way, she's going to get a nice payday. Let's see what else we got going on. Yeah, mostly. I mean, it's a lot of football, but a lot of Taylor Swift talk because they love it, my guy. They just can't get enough. Bill Belichick really needed that win. It was his 300th career regular season win as a coach. He needed that because they was about to fire his butt. Taylor Swift's movie Eras win box office. Listen, Taylor Swift is going to be like the president of this country soon. People love this lady. I feel like Kelsey's going to have to marry her because she's not girlfriend material. Like, he got to wife her up immediately. They'll stay married for about a year or two. But it's only can go up from here. She's having so much success. If Kelsey fumbles that bag, and he's old too, he's like in his mid-30s by now. Yeah, he's got to give it up, buddy. He got to put a ring on her. He never put a ring on the last women he dated, but he's gonna have to. Other than that, y'all, the news is just your typical news. So let's go ahead and hop to these Reddits. I do have some story time, of course, that we're gonna have to play. But let's get into these Reddits. Let's hope they're good. Who's a comedian nobody will ever convince you is funny? And that's absolutely, there's a couple of them, but I definitely have to say Kevin Hart. Martin Lawrence used to be funny. He's not funny anymore. And unfortunately, Cat Williams, I don't know what kind of drugs he took, but he's not funny anymore. Chris Rock is not funny either. His brother's funnier to me. So the list is long. Somebody said James Corden, Andy Dick, Carlos Mencia, somebody said Norm Macdonald. My husband loves him. Ellen DeGeneres, yes. Ellen DeGeneres, I don't get her humor. Amy Schumer too. There's a lot of trash. Tiffany Haddish, like the list is long. It's just some trash comedians out there. Jeff Dunham. Bill Maher. Yeah, is Bill Maher even considered a comedian anymore? Jimmy Fallon. Yeah, I don't see these people as like comedians, but I guess so. Somebody said Georgia Lopez. Let's just trash them all, because, like, who's funny anymore? Nobody. What modern food trend can you not wait to die? I'm glad gluten-free is going away, but I'll be glad when that's over. Not that it's modern, but the fact that people have used it when they don't even really need to. But somebody said fancy restaurants that say they serve street tacos and proceed to charge $18 for 3. Food trucks. I can honestly tell you, I've never liked the food truck. None of them. My husband loves a good food truck. I don't like them. I don't know. It's just something unsanitary about them. Self-serve froyo. Making all fast food buildings look like cookie cutter beige gray boxes. Putting food in wine glasses. I don't like that, but I did like how people were eating cake with the wine glass. Even though it'll destroy the cake, it is more sanitary to me. Let's see what else we got. You start a sex toy company. What's your slogan? Whoa, I'll go with the name of this podcast. Is it in yet? Because that's what you want to know. Is whatever you're putting your body in. Because then that's when the fun can begin. Somebody said the customer comes first. That's a good one. Get effed. Toys are lust. Twist it, flick it, bop it. Good, that was a good one. I knew I was gonna like this thread. Come on. Come on, how hard can it be? If we build it, they will come. Mostly slippery. One man's junk is another man's treasure. I can read these all day. Single player, no problem. You guys are creative. Come again. That's the good and simple. Good and simple. These are pretty good tonight, but let's move on to see what the men folk are talking about. What's the one thing you learned about women that has saved you a lot of stress? Trust their actions, not their words. Feed them when they are mad. Yes. Sometimes that's all we need, bro. When they complain about things, they just want you to empathize. They generally do not want you to try and fix the problem. A simple "that must have been really hard" goes a long way. I do like a good listener, but mostly when I'm bugging my husband for something, it really is something that I need him to do. Like this morning, there was something pecking out. It was a woodpecker, but I literally called my husband there's somebody tapping on the window, and I knew he was already outside, but he went and shoot off the woodpecker. But those are things you need people for, because I couldn't possibly get up out the bed and see. It's Sunday. I don't get up early on Sundays. My husband gets up early every day because he's a psychopath. Guys who got into a relationship without feeling crazy in love with your partner, how did it turn out? Better than being infatuated. Infatuation turned out to be shortcut to hell. Way worth it. Infatuation drove me crazy. Big highs and big lows. I'll tell you, in our 20th year, we're on 19 so far. Very good. Most men understand that infatuation is not the same as the real thing. Alright, let's see what the women's is talking about. Women, y'all are failing. Like, do you pee in the shower? What kind of questions are these? How to let your body hair grow without being uncomfortable? That won't work for me. I can't stand body hair. Somebody said, I'm really tired of shaving my pubic area because there's really no reason, as my boyfriend doesn't care. It's so difficult to shave it, so I decided to let it grow. My issue is that it's growing, it's really itchy and uncomfortable, and I have lots of ingrowns. Women who let it grow down there, how can I make that manageable? I don't know, because I can't do that here. Somebody said exfoliate. Get a bikini trimmer. Cortisone cream helps with inflammation and itching that comes from ingrowns. See, this is just reason why you shouldn't even shave it. Like, waxing is supreme. But y'all got a lot of tips. Trim but never shave bald. Exfoliate and moisturize. I specifically don't shave because I get itchy and ingrown. It seems specific. I don't get it from just trimming. I mean, she don't want to shave. She says she just wants to let her bush grow. So exfoliate that thing, girl. When are you the happiest? I like when all my family is in the house. When I say family, like my sons, my husband, his son, like everybody's there, everybody's cool. I know where everybody's at. Everybody is straight. All my friends and family is straight. That's when I'm at my happiest, where I just know everybody's cool, and I just get a time where it's just quiet. My house is clean, and it's just that's when I'm at my happiest and most content. When I'm hanging out with my husband and my twin sister. When I'm with people I love. My husband hugs me and my 3-year-old runs across the room. When I'm working on my business and spending the day physically taking care of myself. A lot of people just love. Somebody said leaving work. Oh, I love leaving work on Friday. When I leave work on Friday, I am so happy. I'm so happy. Alright, y'all, let's get into story times. See what we got.
You guys have a baby. You guys are so happy. She's a newborn, and put a finger down that you literally moved away from your family, and you moved away from everybody that you knew and loved into a whole new different state. You don't know anybody, and your partner tells you that you shouldn't go to work, so you don't go to work, so you take care of your daughter, and you don't have a job because you forfeited your job and everything because you have a daughter. Put a finger down if your partner gets to leave the house whenever he wants to, and he gets to enjoy himself and work any type of hours, and you're just so oblivious to everything because the workload in the house is so big, and you guys are dealing with landlord issues, and your daughter's nursery has mold and asbestos and all type of stuff. Put a finger down if after all the moves and everything, you have a lump sum of savings to yourself, and you also decide to get on cash assistance, the government assistance. So you get on government assistance, but you can't have the money in your account, so you decide to put the money in your daughter's name, but you guys are all a family, so your partner has access to the money. Put a finger down if your partner wipes the $10,000 out of the savings. He wipes everything out. He spends it on everything that he wants to spend it on, and you don't know anything. finger down if you decide to go through his phone and you see that he's cheating. And he's also been making purchases for OnlyFans, and he has secret apps that are locked on his phone. Put a finger down if the day before that you washed his feet, you cared for him, and you helped him grieve his dad, and you didn't know any of this. And then within 11 hours, you get sat on the side of the bathtub and get told by him that he spent everything and he's sorry, and don't tell any family and keep it a secret because we're gonna get through it. Put a finger down if you went 2 days without telling anybody and you're just feeling like you're locked in a box and you feel like you're suffocating, and finally one of your family members call and they're like, hey, you don't sound well, what's going on? Put a finger down that you tell him that you want to have an adult conversation and you want to talk about some boundaries, and he decides that he's going to leave the house because he wants to leave the house. And you tell him that he has to have a conversation, and you know it's hard, but we have to have it, and he says no, and you tell him that you're gonna go stay with family if he doesn't come back, and he's a grown-ass man who doesn't like ultimatums, so he decides not to come back, and now you're with family. Put a finger down if he has not reached out to you since then, and he won't call his daughter, and he won't check in, and she misses her dad.
Girl, so she moved. That was her first mistake. She moved away from all of her family to be with this dude. And that's the end result. Never moved to be with a man. Or a woman. I've seen dudes move with girls too, and it did not end well. If you are going to move, you better have a backup plan.
Yes, that is exactly what I said. Tupac was the trade, okay? Trade. Tonda, Rhonda, Entendre, Dondra, and Ebony. Black masculinity is a performance. You just have to act a certain way, and everybody think you straight. So y'all think a kid from a performing arts school can't act? Come here, Tupac. Show these motherfuckers who you really is.
Okay, my name is Tupac Shakur. Well, I hope I don't get in trouble.
You're not gonna get in trouble, boy. Go. Bring your stats.
My mother raised me, so I have this much respect for women, and like my mother too. I mean, I like popularity, and I like being around people. And
oh, I love you, friend.
I spent 3 years in Baltimore, my high school years, going to the School of Performing Arts. Then, before that, I was in New York. That's where I grew up. I like him because he's masculine.
Masculine. This is who Jada loved, Tupac. You let them motherfuckers change you, and they destroyed you. You should have never let them change you. You would have been great either way.
So my husband hates when I talk about this, but I do think that Tupac was a persona. Just him dancing and everything about him, like, I mean, I don't think that was a real person. And you know, he seemed highly intelligent. He seemed like a deep thinker and everything like that. I think the machine ate him up and spit him out. But yeah, I do think he was a persona for sure. Black masculinity being a persona, I don't know. I've never been a man, so I don't know about that. But I do know that people wear personas. I know men and women wear personas, so it could be very well true. But I definitely think Tupac was a character.
I've just rented this car and there is a big problem. Let me show you what I'm talking about. After you grab your car keys from the rental dealer, you do the 360-degree walk around the car, and then you climb in, and the first thing you look for is the infotainment system. It has a USB port, and automatically it's going to fire up Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, and you've got your GPS navigation, you've got your music, hands-free phone call. This is a serious win. So, did you catch the issue? Well, if I click on phone, I can see all the contacts, but these are not my contacts. These are the contacts of the previous person that actually used this infotainment system, along with their call history, telephone numbers, and even the text messages that they sent, and I can actually read each and every text message. Now, you may think that if you just deny the request for your vehicle's infotainment system to share your contacts, your call history, and the messages, that you are fine. Well, that is not true. Here is what you're still leaving behind. So if I click on any phone that was previously connected to this car, I can see the person's name and their telephone number. And it's not just once off. I can click on anybody's. Here is Jordan 12 Pro. Click on device information and there's Jordan's telephone number. So now I am armed with Jordan's information and his telephone number. Let me show you what I can do with that. Good old Uncle Google, type the number in and Jordan's telephone information comes up, including his addresses, where he lived previously, and even his wife's name comes up. And now, imagine if this happened. Imagine if I was a scammer and I called Jordan with this.
This is an automated message from Budget Rental Agency. According to our records, while you rented a white Toyota Camry in San Diego, you received a traffic violation. As per the rental agreement, there is a service administration fee that needs to be paid. For your security, this is an automated process. Press 1 when you have your credit card ready. Or, press 2 if you would like to speak to a consultant.
Now, before Jordan entered anything, I stopped the call and told him exactly what I was doing. Needless to say, he's going to be much more cautious in the future. He said that what really sold the scam was the fact that I had a lot of detailed information. I knew the car that he rented. I knew the color, the make and the model. I knew that he rented it from Budget. And I knew his name and his cell phone number. He had no doubt in his mind that this was legit. He would have entered his credit card information, including the security CVV numbers. So, what should you do the next time you rent a car? Number 1, if you just want to charge your phone whilst you're driving, use the cigarette lighter port with one of those dongles. Or use a power-only cable that has no data ability. Or use one of these data condoms that the end of your cable so only charging power can go through and no data. Number 2, don't blindly accept the prompts that pop up on your phone when you connect to the car. Select only what you need, like GPS and music. And number 3, try not using Bluetooth. You don't want your data to automatically sync with the old car that you rented last time because it happens to be in the same parking lot. And yes, that actually happens. And number 4, and the most obvious thing is, when you return the car, make sure you remove your phone's information from the infotainment system. Most of us simply forget. Oh, and whilst you're there, remove any other phones you see in the list so you can help other people protect their information as well. And remember that I had Jordan's contact list. I could have easily sent a text message that looked like it came from Jordan, getting people to click on links that would give me access to their phone, like I showed you in this video. Or watch this video right over here that YouTube thinks you would like. Hit the head down here to subscribe, and let's get to 1 million subs. Give the video a thumbs up, and I will see you in this video, or I'll see you in both. Let's go.
That's crazy, but I know I've been guilty of hooking my phone up to rentals, and yeah, just remember to delete that information, y'all, because I know I have forgotten for sure.
Okay, y'all, so I'm gonna give y'all a story time of when I found out that my ex was gay. Okay, y'all, so it has started because, okay, we had some planned, okay, it was like Wednesday or whatever, and then he had texted me trying to plan a new movie had came out, and he had texted me that day, like, asking, like, this weekend, do you want to go see the movie, da-da-da, this and that and the third. So me being me, I'm like, yeah, we could go see it, what day, like, we could see it Saturday. And shit like that. I'm like, I'm off, we can see it Saturday. Da-da-da. So he's like, okay, we're gonna go see it Saturday. Just be ready at blah, blah, blah time. And I'm gonna come get you. Just be on point type shit. So come Friday, I had called myself, reminded him like, okay, like, is we still going to go see the movie? Is we still going to go see the movie? And then he like, yeah, we still going, and we're at the bank and stuff like that. So then comes Saturday, it's like the morning or whatever. Okay, it's the morning. So now, I had texted him again. I'm like, it's Saturday, like, you ain't say nothing about the movie. You ain't say nothing about us going to the movie. You was talking about everything else but us going to the movie. Like, is this still a plan? Like, is we still doing it? So he like, yeah, we still going. We might gotta pick another time or whatever because the time that I had picked, I got something to do around that time or whatever. So I'm like, oh wow, you pick a fine time to tell me this. So we end up picking a later time, like around like, I think the movie was at 9:30ish. We end up picking a later time or whatever. So I'm like, until we go to the movie or whatever, like once you finish doing what you're doing, because he said he had to get his car fixed. So once you finish doing what you're doing, I could chill with you until we go see our movie type shit. So he like beating around the bush for like, he like, after I come from getting my car fixed or whatever, I'm going back to the house. I want to take a nap. We're basically trying to say that he needs some me time, some time to himself. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, you're not trying to spend time with me before the movie. That's weird. So me being me, I'm thinking like, this weird. All of a sudden, motherfuckers don't want to spend time before the movie. That's weird. Like, before we went out, we never like not spend time with each other before we do what we do. Now we up on the phone talking while he getting his car fixed and stuff, and then he tell me like, hold on, and then he hang up the phone. So he finally end up calling back. I'm like, damn, who was that calling? Like, you was just thirsty as hell to hang up. That's my homie. He was asking do I want to come over and play the game and shit like that. Woo. So I asked him like, is you gonna go? Like, I hope not, because you just told me that you didn't want to kick it with me. So man, y'all, it's only like 1 or whatever, it's 1, and then he was basically like telling me he gonna have his car fixed by like 3 o'clock. So he tell me like, okay, I figure out what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna spend like 2 hours with you before we go to the movies, and then I spend like an hour with him type shit. So I'm okay, cool. He trying to make something work, like. But then I'm thinking again, like, I find it weird when your homie acts now.
Okay, y'all, because that girl was killing me. She was really killing me. I couldn't. I mean, I'm at this point, I think she turned on gay. But speaking of gay, why are they trying to say Sherman Hemsley was gay? Let's play this.
Being black, being gay, and being leftist was not a good combo. Oh my God. There were long-standing rumors that Sherman, you know, he was in the closet for the better part of his life.
Yes, he was.
Is this something that was commonly known amongst you guys, or did you just find out in the aftermath?
I knew about it. I knew about it a long time before it came out. Yes.
Really?
Yeah, I did.
That guy was such a comedic genius himself.
Sure was.
He really was, and he carried that show. And went on to do Amen.
Right.
Such a funny guy. You know, it's just unfortunate that during those times, it just wasn't socially acceptable.
Right.
To be gay, to come out and live your truth. You would be cast from Hollywood, and especially if you was black.
Breaking news. Listen. Italy achieves unthinkable world record. No births in 3 months. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the entire country of Italy.
What?
They have not seen a birth in 3 months. Italy is seeking to rival Japan's predictable extinction event. So, yeah, they're going through an extinction event because Japan, they said there are so many empty homes everywhere. That's why they're trying to offer it to couples that are willing to have babies, because they're not that far off from Italy.
It's over, y'all.
While once we approach this severely depleted birth rate happening as solely the major issue for Asian Circle, not including South Asian, India, of course, what we're finding now is that, in fact, it is affecting the entire EU or Europe significantly as a whole.
What? I told y'all.
Except for one country, which we'll put forth later. Unfortunately, Italy recently set a new all-time low where there have been no births in the entire country for 3 months.
Oh my goodness. I also brought up on my live that Elon Musk said since the 1970s that the world has been suffering a population collapse. Listen to this.
No, we have an underpopulation problem.
Really?
Yeah.
Why do you
So this is the most commonly misunderstood situation.
Yeah, they definitely push that we have a overpopulation. Yeah, why is
that? I don't know. It's just like, I think it's like, this is a holdover from like, I don't know, the 70s or something, you know? So there was a huge baby boom, like where people did have a ton of kids after World War II. But then the U.S. has actually been at, the birth rate in the U.S. has been below replacement rate since like 71 or 72.
The U.S.
Like 50 years.
How about
50 years
other
the U.S.
countries,
has been below replacement rate.
I know U.S., but how about other countries?
Well, like China's got a huge population collapse problem.
Really?
Yeah. China.
Yep. I think it's too many humans anyway, but that's just me. That's just me. Let's see what else we got here.
My cousin, I always wanted to fuck $400 to fuck her, and her pussy was funky. I want my money back. I don't give a fuck if you family or not. You shouldn't have ever gave a family member some funky pussy. I want my fucking money back.
Yes, he paid to have sex with his cousin, and it didn't smell good.
Black people have the worst customer service in the motherfucking world. And you can say that, you don't agree with that, because I'm gonna fuck why. If we get our customer service better, we'll make more business. Bottom line. So you can say whatever you want.
When you go to the Chinese restaurant, they nice to you. They, hey Ray, how you doing today? No, they just as mean.
Hey, I don't go to a fucking Chinese restaurant.
All right, but you know what I'm saying, Ray.
I don't go.
We could yell. You yelling don't make your point.
I'm speaking for Ray.
At the end of the day, agents don't sit there and say, hey, your customer service has to be perfect. Your product has to be A1 before I support you. They support you.
So,
other races support you.
So Sue in the West End from American Deli she's a very customer service driven individual. She understands.
Shout out to the one Asian.
Oh my God.
Sue moved
to the West End. Sue moved to the West End, and Sue started selling wings. And now you can take a selfie with Sue. You can have a good time with Sue.
And Sue only plays Gucci. Like music.
She does.
Like
so that makes sense why he's defending Sue.
She's playing to her audience.
She's playing it.
She understands her audience.
So y'all gonna go to black people restaurants because you can take selfies.
So when you talk about black customer service, I had this conversation the other day with one of our artists. She was like, my nail tech moved from Atlanta. I was like, I got another one for you. She asked me, she was like, she black? I was like, yeah. She's like, no, I don't want to go there. She probably don't do feet. And she probably gonna charge me an arm and a leg. And I was like, the fuck? She's like, every black nail tech she went to in Atlanta are like, I'm not gonna touch your feet. They charge you an extra a reservation fee, and then they give you shitty service when you get there. And I was like, damn, that's fucked up. We can't even have.
I spend $500,000 a year on bullshit, bro. And I love spending money. And the reason why I don't spend with black establishments like that, because they got fucked up attitudes. They don't even give you a smile. They don't even say, hello, how you doing, man? I take your order. But I'm supposed to keep spending with them because they look like me? Fuck that. The rich are gonna, the people that are gonna rise to the top, the people that understand what it takes to win. Not the people that feel like you should let me win because they let them win. That's not how you win. The only thing that matters is the service. We are in the service business. I am in the service business. I am successful. 16 years later, I love Tehran. Guess why you love Tehran? Because Tehran understands when I walk in this bitch, I'm a service. Yeah. You don't look at this bitch and walk here like I'm the biggest songwriter in the world. Y'all all need to bow down to me. That's why we rich. And my thing is a black man that has made millions of dollars and want to see other black people make millions of dollars. I know the one thing that's a difference is the fucking attitude. That's why I yell. Because the attitude is the difference. And if you fix your attitude, everything else will follow. But you think, well, they ain't got to fix their attitude. Well, we ain't them. We ain't them. Because if we was them, we would be where they are. We are us. And the thing that's holding us back is we don't treat each other with respect. We don't do them a service. So hold on, stop. So I'm trying to teach you how to get to a certain place, and you don't want to accept that you got to change your motherfucking attitude if you do. And instead of change your attitude, you want to bring up what Asians do. I don't know if the motherfucker is smiling by the way they talking. I don't know their culture. I know our culture, and I know our culture. Black women have bad attitudes, and so do a lot of black people. And my thing is that we want to make money, then fix your motherfucking attitude. Or you'll be off, and you'll see another motherfucker that's smiling, and they'll be like, they only picked her because she's white. No, we picked her because she smiled.
I'll say this. I have been to a lot of black establishments as a black person, and not all black people have bad customer service. So that's definitely not true. I will say that the pedicure thing, yes, a lot of black people ain't doing your feet. But I mean, everybody got good customer service. I get what he was saying, but to go to the extent to say like a generalization that all black people have bad customer service, absolutely not. I mean, I've been to a lot of places where they were absolutely sweet, and I love supporting my people. There's been a lot of black establishments that's still in business because they have great customer service and make you feel like you're part of the family. So I wouldn't use that generalization. Have I had some bad customer service from black people? Absolutely. From white people? Absolutely. From Asians? Absolutely. Like, yes. From them all. The Indians? Yes. Because, anyway, I'm not even going to go there. But what I will say is I'll be back tomorrow. Have an amazing day.